What I found works well if you're like having multiple components of a prompt or you want output to come in a certain way, I use a combination of XML and Markdown. So for certain sections in my prompt, I'll like open with an XML tag and I'll say like, hey, these are the formatting guidelines for what I want you to return. And then I'll use Markdown to describe the formatting guidelines and I'll close XML tag. So it's like, this is what I want you to return. And then the next section is maybe like functionality of what I want you to return. Opening XML tag, Markdown with like very specific instructions on what I want, closing XML tag. So basically I think about a prompt, I organize it into sections and like kind of the components of those sections. It might be like formatting, it might be output, it might be like if it's prose, like brand guidelines or like writing style, etc. And then inside those blocks, I add Markdown with the specifics, like very detailed specifics of what I want. I do not write all of this myself. Often what I'll do is I'll write a prompt and I'll say like, okay, blah, 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 this is what I want to do. And then I'll go to AI and I'll say, enhance this, use these XML tags, use Markdown to give me a more relevant prompt. I get something back. I read it to make sure it's exactly what I want. And then I iterate with AI, change this, change that, move this around, boom, 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 until I have a prompt. That's how I build reusable prompts. Like I'm not doing this for every prompt I send to AI. I'm doing this for prompts that I store somewhere that I use frequently.